As you might have surmised from the videos that I've posted on this channel so far, I'm quite the AMD fanboy. Ever since AMD released the Ryzen 3000 series of processors and usurped the performance crown from Intel, I haven't really paid much heed to Intel's offerings, but all that's going to change now that Intel's shifting gears and trying to counter AMD's prowess with the soon-to-be released 11th generation of Rocket Lake processors, which will be paired alongside the 500 series of chipsets. Today, I have with me a flagship motherboard sporting the top-of-the-line Z590 chip by Intel, the ASUS ROG Maximus XIII Hero. Packing an extensive list of bells and whistles as expected for a high-end board, let's have a look at what you'll be getting should you decide to shell out around 890 Singapore dollars or 630 US dollars for you international folks on the motherboard in preparation for perhaps the top-of-the-line Intel Core i9 11900K. Before we begin, special shout out to the folks over at Mansa Computers who have kindly loaned me this board for the video. If you're on the lookout for a custom-built PC solution in Singapore, do check out the PCs that they have on offer. Their details can be found in the video description down below. First things first, the packaging. With its price tag, it sure does come with a whole load of packaging, alright? Even opening the box in itself is quite the experience. Look at how ASUS has made the box such that one does not need to fiddle with tabs and the like, it simply opens with a certain flair. Now this board supports the upcoming 11th generation of Rocket Lake processors from Intel and also has backward support for the current 10th generation of Comet Lake processors. Moving along to the back of the box, some of the noteworthy features worth mentioning include a hefty power delivery solution as mentioned right here. We've also got dual Thunderbolt 4 ports right here, dual 2.5 gigabit LAN ports built in Intel Wi-Fi 6E supporting the latest wireless AX standard, and of course high quality built-in audio courtesy of the Realtek ALC4082 codec backed by an ESS Sabre 9018Q2C DAC chip. With that, let's have a peek at the insides of the box. Now with the board out of the way, let's take a stab at the accessories included with the Maximus XIII Hero. We have a user manual with a driver disc. We've also got an information leaflet and a quick setup guide, and Armoury Crate marketing leaflet. Now apparently Armoury Crate is an all-in-one app that allows you to do quite a number of things to your PC. We've also got a sheet of stickers that invites you to join the Republic. Nice. Now setting aside the cardboard divider, we see that ASUS has included a Wi-Fi antenna. And of course we've also got a graphics card holder which could come in handy, especially if you're going to be installing a beast of a graphics card. It has a magnetized base right here so that it will stay properly in place, and this illustration shows you how it works. Apart from this, we've also got the usual M2 SSD screws, RGB extension cables. We've also got 4 SATA cables, a Q connector that helps you set up your front panel connectors in a jiffy, and a ROG keychain if you're into that sort of thing. Now it's quite a fair bit of kit for a flagship motherboard, I must say. With that, let's move on to take a look at the board itself. And here we have it, the Maximus XIII Hero unboxed. Impressions: it has a pretty monochromatic appearance with heatsinks aplenty. Starting with the VRM area, ASUS has included very beefy heatsinks for the VRMs, which is unsurprising given that this board has a premium 14+2 power delivery design rated for 90 amps, backed by microfine alloy chokes as well as Japanese black metallic capacitors, to quote ASUS from their own website. Should serve your overclocking needs pretty well. It's worth mentioning that the VRM heatsinks have RGB LED effects as well. They will show through these slats right here in the heatsinks. Do note that this board has two 8-pin EPS power connectors that you have to hook up in order to use this board. ASUS has also given the RGB treatment to the chipset heatsink, which is adorned with a ROG logo that will light up. Boasting 4 M2 SSD slots, the SSDs are given a liberal heatsink treatment as well, so as to keep your drives cool. The Maximus XIII Hero comes with 4 DDR4 slots supporting OC speeds of up to 5333 MHz and 128GB of RAM. Right next to the RAM slots, we have a Q code, double-digit debug LED, and 2 built-in buttons that look pretty nice. The Start button, as its name implies, allows you to power up the board, while the Flex key, right here, serves as a reset button that can also be configured by the BIOS to do other things too, such as switch on or off your RGB lighting and so on. Further down the board, we see that there's a front panel USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C header included as well. In the storage department, you'll see that there are 6 SATA 3 ports right here, and these are sandwiched between the 2 front panel USB 3.2 Gen 1 headers right here. In terms of M2 slots, the board comes with 2 M2 slots that support the PCIe 4.0 X4 standard, and these are the 2 slots located beneath the heatsinks here and over here. The remaining M2 slots, which are located right beneath this heatsink here, conform to the PCIe 3.0 X4 standard. Directing our attention to the expansion slots, the Maximus XIII comes with 2 PCIe 4.0 x16 slots, a PCIe 3.0 x1 slot, as well as a full-length PCIe 3.0 x4 slot. Seeing as it's likely that heavy graphics cards will be used on the PCIe 4.0 x16 slots, these slots are reinforced with metal so as to preserve their integrity, I suppose. Again, do bear in mind that PCIe 4.0 is only supported when you have an 11th generation Rocket Lake processor installed on this board. For audio and Ethernet, ASUS has included a Realtek ALC4082 chip paired together with an ESS Sabre 9018 Q2C DAC chip to provide what I believe will be a stellar audio experience for owners of this board, and it looks like these chips live beneath the shroud right here. For internet connectivity, the board comes with dual Intel i225V chips supporting the latest 2.5 Gbps standard and built-in wireless AX Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 5.2, courtesy of Intel's Wi-Fi 6E. In the cooling and RGB departments, the board comes with 8 PWM fan headers dispersed across the board that will be able to support almost any cooling setup imaginable. Of these 8 fan headers, 3 of them, located right here, here, and over here, support the ASUS Hydronote technology, which allows you to control the fan speeds of up to 3 PWM fans connected to a single Hydronote connector, which is pretty nifty. For RGB support, the Maximus XIII Hero comes with a single 12V RGB header located right here, along with 3 5V addressable RGB headers with one located right here, and the remaining 2 over here and here. Now, the board also comes with a retry button located at the bottom of the board right here that will come in useful in overclocking scenarios where you can use it to force a reboot where necessary. Moving over to the I/O ports of the board, ASUS has gone with an integrated I/O shield design, which is par for the course for a motherboard at this price range. For connectivity, you get 2 USB 2.0 ports, a HDMI port supporting HDMI 2.0, the connectors for the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antennae, dual 2.5 gigabit Ethernet ports, 2 USB Type-C ports supporting the latest Thunderbolt 4 standard offering up to 40 Gbps throughput, 6 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-A ports, and gold-plated audio jacks located right here. The board also comes with a BIOS flashback button, located right here, that allows you to update the BIOS without CPU or RAM installed, and a clear CMOS button that will come in handy should you need to reset the BIOS of the board. And here you have it, a quick overview of the ASUS ROG Maximus XIII Hero. As a high-end Z590 board packed with all the latest features, it is certainly a worthy contender for anyone looking to build a top-of-the-range PC based off Intel's Rocket Lake architecture, especially with features such as a solid power delivery system, premium integrated audio, dual 2.5 gigabit LAN, Hydronote support, the list goes on and on. Naturally, all of this has to come with a rather hefty price tag, so if money is no issue, the Maximus XIII Hero is a board that you should seriously consider. With that, thank you so much for watching, do like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys around the next time.